Hey, I'm Amani Forrester. Welcome back to my channel. Now, before we jump into today's video, a few things. As you know, I rely on your likes, comments, and shares on my videos to help the channel to continue to go and grow, so please go ahead and do that. Unfortunately, this is not a monetized channel, so I'm not able to spend as much time here as I'd like. And that really sucks because I really enjoy making these videos for you guys. But unfortunately, videos will sometimes take me a full day. And because I'm not monetized, I did have to cut back since I still got to go to work, right? So if you do enjoy this channel, please consider supporting the work. You can grab my book, 30 Reasons Why Men Deserve Nothing, which is available on Amazon. And if you're feeling generous and you want to send a donation, you can always buy me a coffee. Links will be in the description. Now, let's jump into today's video. So I found this Reddit post in the relationship advice Reddit, and it's called I, female 25, can't afford my boyfriend, male 30. This is taking a toll on my finances. How do I bring it up without seeming greedy? And when women are asking these sorts of questions, a lot of the time there's a lot of self doubt or like gaslighting themselves happening. And they're perfectly within their rights to feel the way they do, and so I guess let's just start reading and see what her situation is. So she says, well, as I explained in my title, I'm female 25, having this issue with my boyfriend 30, whom I've been dating for a year. Overall, we've had a pretty good relationship and I'm happy. When we started dating, I discovered he was very frugal, which is great because so am I. However, as the year has gone by, I've started noticing that his concept of frugal is very different from mine, and it's reached a point where it's putting a strain on my finances since I'm kind of supporting both of us. Here are some examples. Unless I suggest otherwise and plan dates, we never go out. If we do go out, he'll only go if I pay for whatever activity I've planned. He's good with not going out on dates and just staying home, which I like, but it does get boring after a while. He doesn't do grocery shopping, and he doesn't like cooking. He only gets takeout, or once in a while he gets a meal delivery service. A lot of times when I go over to his place and I get hungry, I'm either stuck eating junk food snacks — I prefer to starve than eating processed trash — or I have to go grocery shopping and pay it out of my own pocket and then cook for both of us. Yikes. Okay. Does he not go grocery shopping, or does he know that when you come over, you're going to go grocery shopping? That's what I'm wondering. But let's continue. He eats a lot, and whenever he comes to my place, he likes me to cook extra so he can have leftovers to take home. I'm okay with this, really. However, my grocery bill is going up, and I'm having to cut corners in other areas of my life. For example, I've stopped driving to work, and I now walk an hour both ways to save on gas to offset the extra grocery costs. Absolutely not. Ladies, absolutely not. If a man is not giving you money to buy him food, you can't afford to feed a man. Like, a grown man eats a lot. It doesn't matter how skinny they are. Grown men eat a lot of food. Young boys, like mothers with sons will tell you that boy children eat a lot of food. So can you imagine a man? You'll go broke behind trying to fill his belly. So already this is a terrible situation for her. And she's going broke to the point where she has to walk to work. You have to walk to work so you can put food in your boyfriend's stomach. I'm triggered, but let's keep going. She says, I'm going on a trip next week. I asked him if he'd like to come too, and he agreed after I sent him a spreadsheet with all the costs of flight, expenses, etc., and he agreed to it. I bought the plane tickets and booked the hotel a few weeks ago, and he doesn't seem to have any intention to pay his share of the expenses. Like, it's okay. It's taking a dent on my savings, but I can afford this without going into debt. I just appreciate a lot if he had told me beforehand he was up for going to the trip only if I paid for it. Oh dear. Okay. This poor young woman. She's got herself a man in his soft girl era. She's got a drizzle king, and she doesn't even realize it. So she says, for reference, it's not like my boyfriend is a broke student or trying to save money because of debt. He makes more than twice as much money as I make, has no debt, no weird addictions, and his net worth is well over $1 million. That's because he's finding all these women willing to pay for his lifestyle. That's because he's a sugar baby. Of course he's doing well financially. He's using all the women in the world who will feed him, cook for him, take him on trips. He's a bad bee. Okay, this guy's a bad bee. Um, she says, I have no interest in him paying for things or treating me like a sugar baby. That's because he's the sugar baby, sweetie. That's. Oh dear. So, this man who makes more than twice as much money as you do and is a millionaire, you're not expecting him to financially contribute in any capacity. That's insane. That's, you're stepping on your own boundaries. And then, like, what kind of expectations do you have for this person? This person won't even foot their own bill to go on a trip, and they're a millionaire. And then you say that you don't want people treating you like a sugar baby. And I feel like that's conditioning. You know, a lot of the time when women ask for anything in this life, like, hey, I want to be treated well, I want to be given gifts sometimes, I want to, I want to feel like I'm appreciated. And if a man can do that with his finances in some capacity, I'd like that. People say, well, you're a gold digger, you're a sugar baby. So then you've got these extreme, other side of things where women are like, well, I don't want anything, I'll pay for everything. It's very psychological. This is what they want. They want for you to expect anything from them is you being a gold digger, is you being a sugar baby. Okay, sorry. Rant over for now. Let me just keep going. She says, I'd like him to just pay his share of joint expenses and dates, but I don't want to start this conversation and have him believe that I'm just with him for his money. But, sweetie, he's just with you for your money, though, for your labor and your money. And that's the thing. This guy's not even willing to go 50-50 with her. The whole 50-50 that they love to talk about, he's not willing to do that with you. And your 50-50 would look different from his 50-50 because he makes twice as much as you. He should be contributing more than you contribute if this was a fair relationship. This is a very skewed relationship. This is you doing 90 and him doing 10. Or maybe you doing 100 and him doing 0. I don't know. But anyways, she says he's brought up his concerns about money and how he never discloses how much he makes, etc., because he doesn't want women to be after his money, and he doesn't like to spend it because he has a weird OCD about seeing his bank account go up and down. But she doesn't, though. You're seeing that your woman has to walk to and from work, and that's cool with you as long as your money stays in your bank. These people shouldn't be dating. When you're with somebody, you're gonna have to you're gonna see your money fluctuate. Your money's gonna go up and down. When you're with somebody, whether you're male or female, especially if you're male though and you're dating women, your money's gonna go up and down. You're gonna have to buy things for your anniversary, buy things for holidays, buy things for her birthday, buy things just because you're thinking about her. You don't want to spend any money, but you want to date. That's the problem we're having in our society right now. This is the issue with dating right now. I don't want to contribute anything. I just want to receive. These guys are in their receiving energy. I would say go find that with a man. If he wants to be spoiled and pampered and showered with gifts, go find that with a man. Women can't afford it in this society. Women are not paid enough. Women are not paid enough to afford you, sir. So now she's saying, yeah, he is weird about seeing his bank account going up and down, but this is coming at the expense of mine going down. So yeah, he doesn't care about you. He's selfish and he cares about himself. She says, I don't know what to do. I'll tell you, leave. Please leave. He has used you enough. You're young, you're 25. He knows what he's doing as a 30-year-old millionaire. He's using somebody who he thinks is a stupid young woman. He couldn't do this to somebody his own age or older. That's why he's found somebody much younger than him, someone whose brain has just fully developed at 25. It's just barely fully developed. He is using you because you're foolish enough to take care of him like a mom. Please, please leave him. So we're going to see what other people have to say because I've said a lot. I'm sorry. This is such a triggering, angering post. I hope it's fake. I would hope that this is one of those fake posts that people just put up to get engagement. All right, so our top comment at 5,000 likes says, "Why are you worried about seeming greedy to a homosexual? Dude literally makes extra food at your place to take home. He's not frugal, he's a leech." Exactly. And somebody says, makes her make him extra food to take home. I genuinely can't tell if he's financially manipulative or a little boy in a man's body. And then someone says both. She's literally walking an hour to and from work every day because she can't afford gas because of him. This is wild. Personally, I would ask for the money for the trip and then cut him loose. She's only going to go into more debt the longer she's with him. Exactly. Somebody says, yep, he's not frugal, he's cheap AF. There's a big difference. And then somebody else says, cheap borderline Cheap, bordering on abusive. I know OP is an adult, but that doesn't mean she can't be manipulated or taken advantage of. And then another person agrees and says, I think this is financially abusive. Okay. Let me pause this. This was a good one. Somebody said, you are a literal meal ticket to him. It sounds like he doesn't care about you at all and is only using you for financial gain. 7,000 likes. Exactly. That's what it is. This person doesn't care about you, but they love all the things that you can do for them. So somebody else says, and segs, a free ride, free holidays, free meals. What more could a guy ask for? OP, he is using you plain and simple. Stop worrying about hurting his feelings. You're not obligated to feed him and pay for everything. Speak up or go broke. He can't take advantage of you without your permission. Exactly. And then somebody else says, also, OP, there's only one way to find out if he truly loves you. Tell him you're concerned he's exploiting you, and from now on, he needs to pay his way, 50-50 in terms of money, time, and labor. Then just stop paying. Leave your wallet at home. Make pre-cooked meals at home in a single serving and explain you've got exactly enough for yourself. Just stop paying, stop working, quit. If he comes to the party, you know he's a keeper. If he doesn't, then the trash will probably take itself out. So this is the last comment that I'm going to read, but this person writes, speaking from a woman breaking up with her homosexual as we speak, I did all the awkward talks and was gaslit at every step. It won't get better. They'll just move on to the next woman and they'll find out too. In the meantime, don't get pregnant or he'll probably sue you for child support while you pay for everything up front anyway. That's really solid advice. I really wanted to share this post with you guys just to show you that there is such thing as being a high earning dusty. Okay? Like people like to talk about like high value men and stuff like that and how, how to bag a 6-figure guy or 7-figure guy. It doesn't really matter about money. It doesn't matter how much money they make. If a man's a terrible person, if he's just a greedy person, if he's a selfish person, he's dusty. Okay, this guy's a whole millionaire who won't really tell her how much he actually has in the bank. And he's an awful, greedy, selfish, nasty person. He's treating her the same way that a selfish, greedy, nasty person who makes only 40,000 a year would treat her, you know? It's no different. Dusties come at every income level. They can have a lot of money in the bank or they can be very broke. High value has little to do with money. Money's part of it, but money's not everything. Please watch out for terrible people with money, just as there are terrible people with very little money. And so, yeah, this is a millionaire Dusty, a millionaire drizzle, soft guy era Kang, basically. And I hope she gets out of there as soon as possible. I really hope she's taken these comments to heart. I don't see her in the comments talking to anybody, but this is a throwaway account. So I hope that she's just silently, getting some advice and taking it and running with it. Young women, be careful out there with these older guys. They know exactly what they're doing. Maybe watch very carefully the guys who tell you they're frugal. Watch and see what that means. Don't get excited. Don't be like, oh, that means he's just conscious and aware of money. No, that might mean he's broke. That might mean he's selfish and expects you to spend all your money on everything you guys do. There are people out here, there are males out here who see the value of having a woman in their lives, so they will date, but they don't actually want to sacrifice anything. They don't want to pay for anything. They don't want to do any labor. They want you in their life for all the value that you bring, but yeah, I don't want to see my bank account money fluctuate. Okay, then get out the dating game. Guess what? Keep all your money. Keep all your money in the bank and get out the dating game and stop bothering these young girls and using them for labor. Leave them alone. This is why people are doing 4B. This is why people are choosing the bear. Okay? Because bears ain't gonna play that game. And being 4B, you're not gonna have to walk to work because you've spent all your gas money on food to feed a grown man's belly. Just wild. Just wild stuff. Anyways, let me know in the comments if you have ever dealt with a dusty, high earning man, and what did you do about it? Or if you know anybody who's dealt with that. Or write in the comments any advice that you would have for this young woman here. And as always, I will see you in the next one. And thanks so much for everyone who supports the channel. And yeah, take care, guys. Have a good weekend.